Did you know that the secret to turning life's greatest challenges into greatest achievements lies in a philosophy that is over 2,000 years old? Imagine facing your struggles not with frustration or despair, but with the calm, clarity, and strength of a warrior. It's not just about overcoming obstacles. That it's about changing your entire approach to life, finding peace in the midst of chaos, and strength in the face of adversity. Today, we delve into the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has the power to change lives, just as it did for one of ancient Rome's greatest emperors, Marcus Aurelius. He didn't just rule an empire. He mastered the art of living with wisdom, virtue, and peace. In our fast-paced, stressful lives, Stoicism offers light, leading us towards a life of purposeful resilience and happiness. So if you feel trapped, if you are looking for a way to face the ups and downs of life with a calm heart and a clear mind, stay with me. Together, we will discover how to apply these timeless Stoic principles to our modern lives, changing not only the way we think, but also the way we live every day. Get ready to unlock a new level of greatness within yourself. Let's start this journey together. First, choose excellence every day. It's not about making one grand gesture after another. No, it's a lot more personal and honestly a little more down to earth, but in the best way possible. That it's about those moments when you are faced with the decision of whether to react with anger, whether to respond with understanding, whether to give in to laziness, whether to take action towards your goals, whether to get lost in distractions, or to focus on what is really important. Imagine for a moment how different your day would be if you decided to listen more carefully to the people around you, not just hearing them, but really understanding where they're coming from. It's about those moments in traffic when your patience is tested and you decide to take a deep breath instead of honking your horn in frustration, or when you're about to waste another hour endlessly scrolling through social media and instead choose to focus on the task that will get you closer to your goals. Marcus Aurelius embraced these small, everyday decisions, and it is a powerful reminder for us. Greatness, in the Stoic sense, is not given to us in some grand ceremonial way. It is built through the silent, consistent choices we make every day. This is the essence of Stoicism, controlling what we can, accepting what we cannot, and having the wisdom to distinguish one from the other. When you wake up tomorrow, remember that you are at a crossroads. Every choice you make is a step towards or away from perfection. The beauty of this journey is that each new day brings a new set of opportunities to choose wisely, act purposefully, and live the values that Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers taught us. That it's not about being perfect. It's about striving for better, one piece at a time. In such moments of choice, ask yourself what a Stoic would choose. This doesn't mean that you have to become the king of philosophers overnight or that every decision will be right, but it is about being careful, putting in effort, and, most importantly, being consistent. Secondly, the power of reflection. Reflection is not about replaying your day in your mind, although that can be part of it. The idea is to dive deeper beneath the surface of what happened to understand why it happened, how it made you feel, and what it tells you about yourself. This is the essence of Stoicism, self-awareness. It's about facing yourself honestly, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. Imagine ending the day not with your phone or TV, but with a quiet moment for yourself. Imagine sitting there, maybe with a journal or just your thoughts, and really asking, how did I live today? Have you acted in accordance with your values? Were there times when you could have been nicer, more patient, or more understanding? And importantly, were there moments you were proud of? This practice, although it only requires a few quiet moments, can profoundly change your approach to life. It's like removing fog from a mirror. Rub a little more each day until you can see yourself clearly. With this clarity comes the ability to more closely align your actions with your core values, the very essence of Stoic life. The beauty of reflection is its simplicity. You don't need any special tools or rituals. You just need the willingness to be present with yourself. And yes, it may seem strange and maybe even a little intimidating at first to confront your thoughts and emotions so directly. But like any habit, it gets easier over time, and the insights you gain are worth the effort. Reflection also teaches us humility and compassion, first towards yourself, then towards others. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when we stumble, to focus on our flaws and failures. We wonder how we will face it, focusing on our flaws and failures. But Stoicism teaches us to see these moments as opportunities for growth, not reasons for self-criticism. By reflecting on our day with kindness and a sincere desire to learn, we not only cultivate compassion for ourselves, but also extend that compassion to those around you. So, I encourage you to embrace the power of reflection. Let it be your daily ritual, your moment of peace and introspection in a world that often seems to be anything but calm. It's a step towards becoming not only more stoic in your outlook, but more grounded, more centered, and ultimately more aligned with the person you want to be. Our lives are indeed a mosaic, a beautifully complex pattern of interactions with people who are as diverse as the stars in the sky. Some shine brightly in our lives, guiding us, inspiring us. Others, well, sometimes they can seem more like black holes, testing our patience, our tolerance, our ability to stay calm. But the thing is that each of these interactions, each of these people, has something to teach us. Marcus Aurelius, in his infinite wisdom, understood that everyone, even those who oppose us or irritate us, plays a key role in the grand scheme of things. It's not about liking everyone or pretending that their actions don't concern us. It's about recognizing that everyone has their own path, their own battles, their own lessons to learn. And so do we. By accepting others, we do not tolerate their behavior. We acknowledge our common humanity, our imperfections, and our journey through life together. This practice of stoic acceptance is liberating. Imagine being free from the burden of constant judgment, from the drain of constant irritation. It's like putting away chains you didn't even realize you were wearing. Suddenly, you find yourself moving through life with a lighter step, with a clearer mind, because you are no longer burdened by the actions of others. You control your reaction, your peace, your inner balance. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't mean becoming a doormat or ignoring injustice. On the contrary, stoic acceptance is about choosing your battles wisely, knowing when your energy and actions can make a difference, and when it is healthier to let go to preserve your strength where it really matters. It's about maintaining inner peace amidst the outer chaos of the world, not through ignorance, but through conscious choice. That is, how can we practice this in our daily lives? Start small. Next time someone cuts you off in traffic or a coworker growls at you, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that their actions are a reflection of their internal state, not yours. Choose not to disturb your peace. I know it's not easy, but like any skill, it gets easier with practice and rewards. Peace of mind, less stress, and a deeper understanding of the complex fabric of human behavior are well worth the effort. By practicing stoic acceptance, we not only make our lives more peaceful, but we also contribute to a more tolerant, understanding world. We realize that, just as we do, everyone fights their own battles and learns their own lessons. And in this journey of life together, acceptance can be a powerful tool for building connection, growth, and ultimately inner peace. Number 4, beyond complaining. Every moment of frustration, every instance that might lead us to complain, is actually an opportunity. Yes, you heard that right. An opportunity for personal development, to transform a seemingly negative situation into a positive one. This is a radical change of perspective, but stay with me. Imagine you are stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. The instinct to launch into a monologue of complaints is strong. But what if you instead see it as the gift of time? Time to listen to that podcast you've been wanting to catch up on, or maybe mentally prepare for your day, plan, reflect. This is Stoicism in action, taking what life throws at you and making it work for you, not against you. This approach doesn't just apply to traffic jams. It's about reprogramming the way we respond to all of life's inconveniences and challenges. It's easy to complain. It's much harder to stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself how you can use this situation to your advantage. This is the essence of Stoicism, focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. And although we can't control the traffic, we can certainly control our reaction to it. But let's be honest, turning moments of frustration into opportunities for growth doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It's not about pretending that everything is fine when this is not the case. The idea is to acknowledge your frustration, but then choose a more productive way to deal with it. It's about asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I develop? This Stoic practice has a domino effect. The more we choose to redirect our complaints into constructive action, the more resilient we become. Over time, we discover that the things that once caused our complaints have lost their power over us. We become more flexible, more adaptable, and so happier to the next time you find yourself on the verge of complaint. Stop for a moment. Remember Marcus Aurelius and the wisdom of the Stoics. Ask yourself how you can turn this situation into an opportunity for growth. Number 5. Focus on what's important. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to question the nature of our obligations. It's a powerful exercise. Ask yourself, does this activity, this commitment, this social media scrolling add value to my life? Or does it just take up space, creating noise that distracts me from what really matters? This Stoic principle of focusing on what is important is about something more than productivity. It concerns purpose. It's about making a conscious choice to fill your life with activities, people, and work that align with your deepest values and aspirations. Work that is consistent with your deepest values and aspirations, that it's a form of self-respect, a way to honor your time on this earth by ensuring you spend it in a way that is true to you. Turning your focus into a superpower means being fiercely selective about where you direct your attention. In the age of distraction, this selectivity becomes your shield, your tool for creating a life that feels rich, meaningful, and true to your true self. It means saying no, sometimes uncomfortably, to the unimportant, so that you can say yes to what truly enriches your life. But how do you do it? Start small. Start each day with a clear intention. What is one thing that, if you focused on it today, would bring you closer to your vision of a meaningful life? It could be something as simple as spending quality time with family, making progress on a personal project, or taking time to take care of yourself. Remember, focusing on what's important isn't a one-time decluttering session. It's a daily practice, a constant process of asking yourself, is this necessary? And it's not just about elimination, it's about creation. By removing what is unimportant, you create space for creativity, passion, and joy. You open up space in your life for experiences that really matter. Marcus Aurelius showed us that even as an emperor, amidst the enormous responsibilities and distractions of ruling an empire, he could find clarity by focusing on his Stoic principles. This teaches us that no matter how busy or overwhelmed we may feel, there is always an opportunity to focus on what is really important. So let's challenge ourselves to live more like Marcus. Let us be diligent guardians of our attention and time. When we face a new commitment, ask yourself, does it align with my values? Will it get me closer to the life I want to lead? If the answer is no, have the courage to reject it. And remember, focusing on what's important isn't about getting more done. It's about doing the right thing. It's about living a life that at the end of each day leaves you feeling fulfilled, not just busy. It's about creating a legacy, not of completed tasks, but of a life well lived, rich in experiences and relationships that truly matter to you. Number 6. Colors of gratitude and virtue. Gratitude, at its core, is recognizing the good in our lives, even on our worst days. It's about shifting our attention from what we lack to what we have. This doesn't mean ignoring our problems or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about balance. For example, if you've had a difficult day, take a moment to acknowledge these challenges, but then resolve to find one thing for which you are grateful. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a message from a friend, or the comfort of your home. This practice of gratitude changes our perspective, and suddenly our problems seem a little smaller, a little more manageable. And then there is virtue, the moral perfection that Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics valued so highly. Virtues like honesty, courage, kindness, and integrity are not just lofty ideals. These are practical tools for leading a fulfilling life. They are about being true to ourselves, living in accordance with our deepest values. Every time we choose honesty over deceit, courage over fear, kindness over indifference, we strengthen our moral strength that we become more resilient, more compassionate, and more aligned with the best version of ourselves. Practicing these virtues is not always easy, especially in difficult situations. It's one thing to be kind when things are going your way. It's completely different to be kind in the face of adversity or to be honest when lying may seem like the easier path. But as Marcus Aurelius teaches us, it is in these difficult moments that our virtues are tested, and it is in these moments that they matter most to us. So how do we weave the colors of gratitude and virtue into the tapestry of our lives? It starts with intention. Start each day with the intention of finding something to be grateful for and practicing at least one virtue. Maybe you'll choose to focus on kindness, looking for opportunities to be kind to yourself and others throughout the day. Or maybe you will choose courage, facing fear or stepping outside your comfort zone. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about making a conscious effort to live according to your values, to be why practicing gratitude and virtue, we change not only ourselves, but also the way we interact with the world around us. We become a source of positivity and strength not only for ourselves, but also for others. Number 7, a never-ending learning journey. In our modern, rapidly changing world, the idea of continuous learning has never been more relevant. With a vast sea of information at our disposal, there is always something new to discover, understand, and wonder about. But it's not just about gathering facts or skills. It's about keeping your mind flexible, your perspectives broad, and your heart open. It is about enriching not only our minds, but also our souls, to embrace the joy of discovery and the growth that comes with it. Every day gives us a chance to learn something new, whether it's knowledge, a skill, or a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It can be as simple as picking up a book on a topic we know little about, listening to a podcast that challenges our views, or even engaging in a conversation that opens our eyes to different perspectives. This practice of continuous learning is a journey that has no end, and that's what makes it so exciting. But here's where it gets really interesting. This journey keeps us humble. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. It's a beautiful paradox. This humility is the cornerstone of Stoicism. It reminds us that we are all students of life, ever growing, ever evolving. And in this humility, we find a shared humanity, a connection with others on their own paths of discovery. Additionally, adopting continuous learning makes us more adaptable. In a world that is constantly changing, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is invaluable. It's not just about keeping up with the times. It's about leading, about being a beacon of innovation, creativity, and wisdom in our communities. So how do you embark on this never-ending learning journey? It starts with the simple but powerful decision to stay open. Open to new ideas, open to being wrong, open to the vast, complexity of life. It's about making time every day, even if it's celebrate each day as an opportunity to expand our minds and enrich our lives. And let us share this journey with others, encouraging and inspiring each other to continually learn, grow, and explore the endless wonders of the world around us. Let us discover the freedom and peace that come from letting go, from moving forward with a light and open heart. The freedom to forgive is within our reach and is a gift we all deserve. Let's welcome it with open arms. Number 8. Freedom to forgive. Marcus Aurelius often returned to the topic of forgiveness in his meditations and reflections. He understood that holding on to anger and resentment was like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It harms us more than it harms them. Forgiveness is not about tolerating wrongdoing or forgetting the wrong done. It's about deciding not to let these experiences define us or dictate our emotional state. Forgiveness sets us free in a way few other things can. It allows us to move past our mistakes and those of others, to learn from them, and act without the burden of negative emotions. Easier said than done, of course. Forgiveness is a process, often long and difficult, but its rewards are immeasurable. It brings a sense of peace and lightness that is difficult to find in any other way. Forgiving yourself is just as important, if not more important, than forgiving others. We are often our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to standards of perfection that are impossible to meet. When we fail, as we inevitably will, we blame ourselves, constantly replaying our mistakes in our minds. But Stoicism teaches us to see these failures as opportunities for growth. That be why forgiving ourselves, we acknowledge that we are human, that we are fallible, and that every mistake is a step on the path to personal development. This Stoic practice of forgiveness also extends to the way we perceive and interact with the world around us. When we forgive, we recognize that everyone is doing the best they can with the knowledge and resources they have at that time. This enhances empathy and understanding, connecting us with others in deep and meaningful ways. So how do we cultivate this freedom to forgive in our daily lives? It begins with a conscious decision to let go, to free yourself from the influence of past hurts. This involves a change of perspective, perceiving the act of forgiveness as a gift that we give to ourselves, not something we do for others. It's about practicing compassion for both yourself and others, recognizing that we are all on a journey and we all make mistakes. Let us be inspired by Marcus Aurelius and the Stoic philosophers, accepting forgiveness as a way of life. Let us commit to freeing ourselves from the burdens of the past, to living without bitterness and resentment. Forgiveness is the key to a calm heart and a serene mind. This is a journey worth taking, a path that leads to true freedom and liberation. Let us walk this path of forgiveness together, supporting and encouraging each other along the way. Number 9. Living according to ideals. Big ideas require action. It's about bringing our highest values to everyday life, to the small, seemingly mundane moments as much as to the big, life-defining ones. The idea is to let our actions speak louder than words, to influence those around us, not through grand declarations, but through our everyday behavior. Imagine if we all strive to embody kindness in every interaction, no matter how short or trivial it is. Kindness in how we speak to the barista who makes us coffee. Kindness in our patience with a colleague who is struggling to learn something new. Kindness in our forgiveness of a friend who has let us down. This consistent practice of kindness has a domino effect, touching the lives of those around us and inspiring them to pass it on. Honesty is also a virtue that requires courage and commitment. It's easy to be honest when the stakes are low, but the real test of our character comes when we are faced with the temptation to bend the truth to our own advantage. Living up to the ideal of honesty means being truthful in our words and our actions, even when it is inconvenient or costly. It's about building a reputation for honesty and gaining the trust and respect of those around us. Hard work is another ideal that finds its true expression in action. about the effort we put into our work or career, but about the dedication we bring to our personal development, our relationships, and our contributions to our communities. The dedication we bring to our personal development, our relationships, and our contributions to our communities, it's about showing up one day at a time, committing to making positive changes, no matter how small they are. But the thing is, living up to your ideals is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about striving every day to be a little more like the person we want to be. Marcus Aurelius knew this. Well, he was very aware of his flaws and shortcomings, but he saw each day as a new opportunity to live according to his Stoic principles. How do you put this into practice? It starts with clarity about what our ideals are. What values are dear to us? What principles do we want to guide our lives? Once we gain this clarity, it's about making a conscious effort every day to align our actions with these ideals. The point is to ask yourself with every decision and every action, am I living in line with my values? Let's be inspired by Marcus Aurelius and commit to living up to our ideals, not only in the big moments, but also in the small, everyday moments. Number 10, rebalancing. This perspective is incredibly liberating, allowing us to approach each day as a new opportunity to align our actions with our internal rhythm, even when inevitable stumbles occur along the way. Rebalancing is not a form of strict self-discipline or rigid control over one's life, but a gentle correction, a way to softly guide ourselves back to our path whenever we stray. It's a beautiful reminder that being resilient doesn't mean being inflexible or unyielding. It's more about being flexible, forgiving ourselves for our mistakes, and treating each new day as a blank slate full of potential. This Stoic approach to restoring balance recognizes that life is inherently unpredictable. We will have moments of triumph and moments of struggle, moments when everything seems to fall into place effortlessly, and moments when nothing seems to be going right. The key is not to rigidly resist these fluctuations, but to flow with them, learning from each experience and using them as milestones for development. Rebalancing is about more than just managing our time or commitments. It's about harmonizing our inner world with our outer actions. It's about ensuring that our daily activities reflect our deepest values, that we are not simply busy, but intentionally engaged in pursuits that bring us fulfillment and joy. It's about listening to our physical, emotional, and spiritual needs and respecting them. How do we practice this in our daily lives? It starts with self-awareness. Take a moment every day to check in with yourself. How do you feel? What do you need more or less of to feel balanced? It may be more rest, more exercise, more contact with loved ones, or more time for solitude and reflection. Then it's about making small changes. Maybe that means saying no to an extra commitment to protect your rest time. Maybe that means setting aside a few minutes each morning to meditate, write in a journal, or just sit in silence, preparing for the day ahead. Or it could be about finding ways to inject moments of joy and gratitude into your day, whether through hobbies, time spent in nature, or an act of kindness. Remember, restoring balance is not a one-time act, but an ongoing process. It's about being gentle with yourself, recognizing that some days will be better than others, and that's okay. That it's about celebrating our successes and learning from our challenges, always with the goal of moving forward one step at a time. The life and writings of Marcus Aurelius remind us that resilience, balance, and joy are within our reach, regardless of external circumstances. By accepting each day as a new opportunity to live fully with intention and purpose, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and poise. Now let's take this to heart. Let us try to restore balance in our lives, not by force, but through gentle corrections and conscious choices. Let's support each other on this journey by sharing experiences, struggles, and triumphs. Together, we can live a life that is not only sustainable, but deeply meaningful and rich in joy as we journey together through the teachings of Marcus have ignited something in you. If you are ready to dive deeper into a life guided by Stoic wisdom, I invite you to check out our on-screen playlist. Here you'll find more insights, more stories, and practical tips to help you navigate life's complexities with Stoic grace. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel